Nobody believes in you, not the way you need them to, not with the certainty you are waiting for, not enough to make you feel like now is finally the right time to begin. And if you are honest with yourself, really honest, you have been waiting for that moment for a long time, waiting for someone to see what you see in yourself, waiting for the nod, the person who looks at you and says, "Yes, I see it. Go." Here is what nobody tells you about that wait. It is not a pause in your story, it is the trap itself. Think about what waiting for belief actually looks like from the outside. It looks like a person with every tool they need, sitting in a room, doing nothing, because nobody has told them the room is theirs yet. It looks like someone with a voice, staying silent because the audience has not applauded yet, for a performance they have not given. You are not waiting for the right moment. You are waiting for permission from people who were never given the authority to grant it. People who are themselves uncertain, people who are themselves waiting for someone else to tell them it is okay to begin. The blind cannot lead the sighted, and people who have not acted on their own potential cannot authenticate yours. And the longer you wait, the more that waiting starts to feel like evidence. Evidence that maybe they are right, maybe the potential you feel is not real, maybe that the fact that nobody else can see it means it was never there. That thought, that quiet, corrosive thought, is the most dangerous thing in this entire video, because it is wrong. And the history of human achievement proves it over and over again. In the late 1800s, a man named Vincent van Gogh was considered by almost everyone who knew him to be a failure. He had already failed as an art dealer, failed as a teacher, failed as a preacher. He came to painting late, in his late 20s, with no formal training, no reputation and no audience. His own family thought he was unstable. Art dealers ignored him, critics dismissed what little work they saw. His contemporaries did not consider him a serious artist. The people closest to him, the ones who should have seen it first, saw nothing. In his entire lifetime, Vincent van Gogh sold one painting. One, to a friend of his brother for a small amount of money he never spent. And yet he painted anyway. Over 900 canvases in 10 years, not because the world believed in him, not because anyone told him to keep going, not because he had evidence it would ever amount to anything. He once wrote to his brother Theo, "I am seeking, I am striving, I am in it with all my heart." Not, "I am waiting for someone to tell me I am good enough." Not, "I will begin properly once someone recognizes what I am doing." He was in it completely, without permission and without applause, without belief from a single person outside himself. Today his paintings are among the most valuable in human history. The Starry Night, Sunflowers, The Bedroom in Arles. Works that changed how human beings see color, emotion, and the world. Not because the world believed in him, because he did not wait for them to. Now here is where this gets uncomfortable. And this is the part of the video I need you to stay with. The world not believing in Van Gogh was not the obstacle. The obstacle would have been Van Gogh deciding that the world's silence meant something true about him. That is the trap, not the absence of belief from others. Your decision to treat that absence as a verdict. Think about the people in your life right now. The ones who do not see it, the ones who have not said anything encouraging, the ones whose silence you have been interpreting as doubt, the ones whose mild skepticism you have been carrying around like it was a professional assessment. They are not withholding belief because your potential is not real. They are withholding it because most people can only believe in what they can already see. And potential, by definition, is not visible yet. It exists only inside the person who carries it. It is not supposed to be obvious to outsiders. That is not a flaw in the system. That is how it works. The sculptor sees the figure inside the marble before a single chip has fallen. Everyone else just sees a rock. Nobody believed in the painting before Van Gogh painted it either. The painting had to exist before the belief could follow. That order never reverses, not for Van Gogh, not for anyone, not for you. This is what Stoic clarity exists for, not to tell you that everything will work out, but to show you the precise moment where most people make the decision that costs them everything, and give you the chance to make a different one. So here is the only question that matters. What are you waiting to start until someone believes in you first? A business, a creative pursuit, a conversation you keep rehearsing but never having, a version of your life that requires you to move before you have proof it will work. Whatever it is, that is the thing. That is where the trap has you. Howard Thurman said it better than I ever could. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. Not people who waited to be believed in. People who decided to move before the belief arrived. Because here is the final truth about Van Gogh and about you. The belief you are waiting for from other people, it comes after. It always comes after. Not before the work, not during the doubt. After. The only way to get it is to stop waiting for it. If this video landed the way it was meant to, subscribe to Stoic Clarity. Every video on this channel is built around one thing: the truth that is uncomfortable enough to actually change something. Not next week, not when you feel ready, now.